Now, it's just all promoting. Natural born superstar. I'm the Don of this. I'm the Mike. No, I'm LeBron of this.
like I said before, I could have died in the ring. Bad news, Floyd Money Mayweather, easy work, I ain't got to worry about it. Floyd Mayweather in a brand new interview said a couple things. One, he said he could have died in the ring had he fought Antonio Margarito because he was cheating. He also says that Canelo need to give an opportunity to David Benavidez where he could be tested, or at least a JERMALL Charlo. Give one of them guys a chance. I'm gonna talk about all these things in this video. What up, Fight World? It's your boy Ego, and I'm back with some more boxing. Fight Hype has an interview link in the description, an exclusive interview with Floyd Money. Easy work, I ain't got to worry about it. Like I said before, at the end of the day, Floyd Mayweather, what he said was a couple of different things. For starters, Floyd Mayweather reiterated what he's been saying about Canelo. And I'm just paraphrasing. The link is in the description, so what you can do is click on that and listen to it in its entirety. I'm giving you my thoughts. Floyd Mayweather says that Canelo needs to fight David Benavidez or JERMALL Charlo. Ironic. The great Ego Stradamus strikes again. I mean, I don't know how many things in boxing I need to keep putting out there, and this imagery and visualizations, and they just come true. You start hearing more and more people, professionals from boxing, and I could do this all day. You know, this is why you guys got to subscribe to the channel. But Floyd Mayweather, anyway, he said that when Canelo was young and 23 years old, and Floyd was the it guy, he was the veteran fighter and the big name fighter, that he gave Canelo an opportunity. So it would only be right that Canelo Alvarez give an opportunity to David Benavidez or JERMALL Charlo. These are fights that Floyd has stated he wants to see. Now, this is not brand new news for Floyd Mayweather, who previously said this. Roll the clip.
I look up and down, but it is what it is. I mean, if it was up to me, like we keep on saying, we want to see Benavidez. Canelo, hell of a fighter, but my personal opinion, he's ducking Benavidez. You know, that's just my personal opinion, and I'm allowed to speak my mind. That's just what it is. He's going up. He's going up to cruise, and I'm not knocking him, but he's going up to cruiserweight. And that same guy with that, he used to be at the Mayweather boxing gym. The guys really getting the best of him in the Mayweather boxing gym. So if he's going up to quote unquote cruiserweight, I mean, that's good. We got a lot. Benavidez can go and beat that same guy. He can beat that same guy at 168. So he's not doing nothing, you know, like I said before. But when you are put in a certain position, he should be I mean, he's able to, like me. You know, when I was in the position, I can pick and choose who I want to.
So Floyd Mayweather pretty much reiterated the same thing that he's been saying. He said, just like Winky Wright, I want to see Canelo Alvarez face David Benavidez. And he also mentioned Charlo. These are great fights. I've been telling you on the channel. Y'all kept doubting me. And now you have Floyd Mayweather, who's continuing on this path of stating that. Now, the other portion that you guys seen in the title, Floyd Mayweather breaks shocking news and reveals that he's glad that everything plays out the way it plays out, because had he fought Antonio Margarito, he could have died in the ring, and his career could have ultimately been impacted and altered for good, because at the end of the day, Margarito was found out to be loading his gloves and cheating. In case you live under a rock, one of the most infamous cases, just like Collins Resto, this is one of the ones, the black eyes for the sport of boxing and a stain on boxing, where it was found that Margarito, his gloves were loaded with plaster of Paris. So Floyd Mayweather was just documenting that and basically saying Canelo's at a spot where he could pick. You know, I get that, just because like Top Rank wanted me to fight Antonio Margarito. Now, one thing I got to say about Floyd that is hilarious is Floyd always be playing like he don't know who certain fighters are. He was like, yeah, back in the day, there was that one boxer, Top Rank had him, and they wanted me to fight him. And he was like, yeah, he was that guy with Top Rank, the tall guy. And the host was like, who? He was like, yeah, the tall guy, the one that fought Cotto, he was cheating. and he was like, oh, Antonio Margarito. And the funny thing is Floyd knows Antonio Margarito's name, but he be playing that game like he don't know who the fighter's name is. Yeah, the tall fighter that was cheating. Yeah, that one. I'm rich, motherfucker. So I thought that was hilarious, that part of the interview. But all in all, I agree with Floyd Mayweather. There's really no place for cheating in the sport of boxing. And Floyd Mayweather, I think what makes a lot of people mad about Floyd Mayweather is he mastered the game and he was able to play the game how he wanted and make the most money, make the most successful, lucrative events, amass a crazy record, 50-0, unblemished, easy work, no losses. And that's what really pains people. It really pains people that Floyd Mayweather pretty much left the game unscathed. Not saying he was never hurt in a fight or didn't have tough fights, but all in all, he left the game on his own terms. And I think that's huge. And that's not what a lot of people wanted, especially the haters. So you see anybody throughout boxing in the last 10 years, since Floyd's kind of been, retired or whatnot, anybody connected to Floyd, seemingly fans have this hatred towards him. It's like they want to take the energy and angst that they couldn't get through Floyd Mayweather, and they want to take it out on his proteges. I remember when people said Adrian Broner was the next Floyd Mayweather, things like that, and Broner got this amazing, crazy amount of hate. And you see it now more closely with a Mayweather Promotions fighter, Gervonta Davis. It's like people, they make up stuff about Tank. They over glorify his worst moments and broadcast his quote unquote failures, like when he failed to make weight, things like that. And they treat him unfair altogether. But let me know what you guys think. Floyd Mayweather sets the record straight and lets it be known that, he could have lost his life. He doesn't know how it could have played out. He said, I was never afraid of Margarito, but it got to make sense. And the business got to make sense. But back to Canelo, I'll make another separate video about Canelo Alvarez. But the pressure, the walls are closing in. The pressure for Canelo to give somebody younger than him, like David Benavidez. And it's so funny that Floyd's saying this is because this is literally what I tell you on my channel. Like, for example, I even used Floyd Mayweather as an example. I said Floyd Mayweather, if he fights Canelo was 23, Floyd was 36, going on 37, and that was his young, hungry lion that was trying to dethrone him. So, funny thing is, this is very analogous to Canelo Alvarez. Canelo's the veteran now. He's one of the faces of boxing, like Floyd says in this interview. And Canelo, some people think he's unbeatable. The host also stated that, which I don't think so. I think Canelo kind of moves how I think Canelo lost to Lara and Triple G, so I definitely don't think he's unbeatable. I don't think any fighter is unbeatable for starters. But beyond that, Canelo's the guy who's 31 and he's considered a veteran with all the fights. He's been fighting since he was 15, over half of his life. So that being said, David Benavidez is a young, hungry up-and-comer, and I'll make a separate video about this, but Floyd Mayweather told you exactly what I said. He said David Benavidez style, I think he can push Canelo because he fights kind of like Canelo. This is exactly what I said, so I must know a thing or two. He said David Benavidez, heavy-handed, he's young, he's youthful, he won't be discouraged and deterred, or so far so good, and he fights like Canelo in the sense that he's not afraid to let them hands go and let that offense and let that offense go. This is exactly what I've told you on my channel, and this is exactly why I don't think Canelo has fought these American styles and these offensive monstrous styles, and it's just styles make fights. And I'll talk about that more on the channel, so you guys got to subscribe. Speaking of last 30 days, the last 30 days, 50% of you subscribed that listened to my content and consumed it. Appreciate you. The other 50% have failed to do it. Maybe you forgot, maybe you didn't know it was important, maybe you got unsubscribed by YouTube. Either way, you can correct it now. If you're digging the content, check out this next video that YouTube thinks might be interesting to you and subscribe to the channel. As always, hate, comment, and subscribe. Till next video, it's Ego signing off. And I'm out. Are you tired of your YouTube videos not getting any views? Well, consider TubeBuddy. I've used TubeBuddy for years to scale up my YouTube channel. Now we're sitting over 200,000 subscribers. TubeBuddy is a browser extension that offers a ton of built-in productivity and time-saving services to take your channel to the next level. Use my link in the description to get started with TubeBuddy and level up your channel faster. We working. The future is now. The Hibernation 5s by Kenichi Bear. Hybrid gaming and lifestyle headphones. Out of the box, you can connect to any console or PC. Bluetooth ready with a low latency USB adapter, color RGB, and extreme bass mode. The Hibernation 5s adjust to you. Whether you need a gaming, travel, gym, or lifestyle headphones, the Hibernations got you covered. The new Hibernation 5s, link in the description. Customize the way you hear the world. Welcome to the nation.